Hello and welcome to Bad Habits. Today we're doing yet another Sunday Stories. Sorry it's been so long between them, but there's other content I like to get to too, so these are going to be a little bit more spread out than they normally are. Today we're doing The Black Cat. You wanted it, I didn't, I'm about to hate myself. So welcome to the Black Cat Experience. Now guys, aesthetically, this place is very pleasing. There's really a ton to love when it comes to the place. Everything looks beautiful. There is so much space for you and your friends to enjoy. Stages for your friends to hang out around and play. It's even got 2 really nice built-in bathrooms. Honestly, even though there's not much to it, the place looks absolutely stunning, and everything would be fine about it. If...
I don't know if I want that.
Let me find. Let me get it.
That website, I need to find out.
How much? I'm not in this mood.
Flew off into a house.
Flew off into a house.
What's up?
Not much. Me and my friend, well, they're around here somewhere, but me and my friend are YouTubers, and we're going around asking people what their weirdest dreams are. And we were just wondering if you wanted...
have dreams.
You don't have dreams?
I don't have dreams.
At all?
You shouldn't smoke.
Really? Wow,
Uh-uh.
that's new. Huh.
Yeah.
So is it just like black every night, or?
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh. It's pretty interesting. Well, thank you.
Oh, yeah, okay, crazy stream. Okay, I had this dream where I was stabbing the crap out of someone for absolutely no reason. And then somehow I ran into a portal of, like, I don't know. Like, it was this forest. Somehow I just ran into some portal that magically appeared out of nowhere. No one caused it. It was stupid. Went in there and then just like jungle all around me, like everywhere. I was like, what the? And then I fell off a building. That's pretty much it. It just went from one thing to another. I don't have clear. I don't have like clear.
I had a dream where the setting was a space theater, like a orbital space station, but it was solely a movie theater. And in the movie theater, I was watching Flushed Away. You know the movie. And I looked around. Everybody was me for some reason. So I continued watching the movie. And suddenly, a giant, my mom, but big, comes through the movie screen and says, "You can't be eating chocolate in the movie theater." And she punches me in the face, and I wake up.
I was literally just falling off of this freaking tightrope, and then I woke up and I literally jumped in my bed, thinking that I was still falling. I was like, "What the fuck?"
If you are looking to upgrade, you'll not get a better deal than IronsideComputers.com.
Okay, so
we're going around asking people what's the craziest dreams that they've had.
I had sex with my mama. Like, that's the craziest shit I've ever had a dream about. And I didn't like it. It just happened.
I want to know yours.
Craziest dream. Fuck. Oh, so I think I remember this one time. The dream was like me waking up in my bed, right? And I go to get breakfast. Like I go downstairs to my house, right? And my grandma comes up to me and she tried to eat me, right? Like, yeah. Crazy, isn't it?
We're going around asking people their craziest dreams. Would you like to tell us yours?
My craziest dream. One time I had Thomas Jefferson, right? Thomas Jefferson, and he was like putting needles on and shit. And he decided to start twerking on the needles, and it was like ripping up his booty cheeks. He was real into it. That's what I was saying. And then boy, he come up to me, he throw a bag of cocaine at me. He's like, "Damn, I'm off this shit big time." Like, goddamn, bro. Like he was really getting into it. I mean, like fuck. And then my man Thomas Jefferson, he was doing like a full backflip, and then he turned into the Jefferson dollar bill. Like that's actually crazy, but that's not the craziest part is because then George Washington came out of nowhere and he was a grandma. I mean, like babushka type shit. Like, bro, that shit was actually crazy. Like, I'm telling you, like they was hitting the gritty and shit. Like, oh my god, that was the horniest dream I ever had. It was hot.
Yeah, I can. Last night I dreamt that I was like in a circus. I was like in the playground section, like in McDonald's and places like that where there are the kids playground. Yeah, I dreamt that I entered it. It was really dark and that. And then I needed to escape the maze. But each time I entered it more profound, more deeper, I saw skeleton children. Wood children, like the puppets. You know, puppets.
Mm-hmm.
Like standing like statues, no.
Mm-hmm.
But each time they were creepier. Like they had positions like something like this or something like really creepy.
There was no
so suddenly I started to see more and more of these wooden creepy children that I felt that it was following me from behind, and then suddenly out of nowhere one of them started to move into me in a really and with red eyes and with scary music, and it arrived to me and then started to choke me. And that was it. Yeah.
Then you woke up. Oh,
yeah,
thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
That's a really crazy dream.
Thank you.
Your guys'
Yeah,
dreams
no problem.
are so horrifying.
I was 7 and I was scared of bugs. Like actually I was traumatized by bugs and everything. But I had a dream that like everything was made of bugs, like couch, TV, everything, and everything like bugs was coming out of it, and it was traumatizing, and that traumatized me like forever. And that was very gross. Even food was made of bugs, and I was seeing people eating it. No. It was like one of my most weirdest, craziest dream.
My craziest dreams. I was killing people.
Who didn't dream about that? Everyone.
That's a crazy dream.
No, but I mean,
I've killed so
it
many
was
people in my
fun,
dreams.
So that's the problem. It was fun.
Well, what's your craziest dream?
No crazy dream. Chomp.
Yeah, I'm pretty. That was actually a good
That's the
answer.
best dream. Where do you want to stand? Well, us
The
to
opposite
stand.
side of the bar. I got 3 drinks here for us a reason.
Yeah.
I mean, the only like weird dream that I remember is like is basically going out camping with a bunch of stuffed animals, and this was when I was really young. Bunch of stuffed animals. They were all alive, like it was some Toy Story shit. and then they all just started murdering each other.
This is when I was first living on my own. I went to sleep that night for the first time, and you know how like sometimes you have like you're anxious and you're like scared to sleep because like you're alone for the first time. Well, I went to sleep a little anxious that night, and inside my dream, I literally dreamt of someone breaking into my house, and I went to go see who it was. Of course, like, you know, in those horror movies, you don't go to where the stuff is scary. You usually run and hide. Instead, stupid me in my dream went to go see who it was. And literally, it was my freaking brother twerking it on the table. And I was like, what are you doing? And he's like, it's twerking Thursday. And he just kept twerking it. And I was like, what?
Well, this is gonna be a weird one. So, like I said earlier, I kind of have like chronic nightmares. So, since I have chronic nightmares, I really don't have dreams that aren't scary in some way, how or form. But I have this recurring dream that actually happens quite often. And every time it's with different people, but the one I specifically remember because it was crazy, is this one. So, when I fall asleep, I wake up in my dream, like on a dungeon type of a floor, right? And when I wake up in the dream, it's kind of like almost like a Saw type scenario where, like, you know, I'm looking around, I'm confused, I don't quite know what's going on. But then we quickly find out that we're in a maze in some underground dungeon, and as I continue with my group, because I wasn't the only one there, I wake up with a group every time. As I wake up with my group, we start like exploring, and then slowly we start losing people one by one to different traps. Everything from arrows to saws to gunshots. But the reason I remember this one so well is because it shocked me. Is because normally I make it to the end, so I get through the whole maze and I get to the end and I escape. But this one time I didn't think I was going to, because this frog creature dropped down from the ceiling right in front of us. And he like spit his tongue out at my head. And my first reaction was to grab the person to the left of me and move him in the way. And the dude just took his head completely. And I ran past and got out the door. And I still kind of feel bad for the guy that I randomly grabbed and put in front of me. Because it was just a reaction. It was just like, oh!
Stand on the left of you.
Yeah, so I still feel bad about it, because I'm just like, you know, if that like whole rumor about dying in your dreams, you die in real life, I just killed a guy, but he got eaten by a frog, so that's kind of cool. I feel like people don't realize how hard it is to do what we do, because we have to walk into a room full of people who, you know, are people who all have different personality types, and because they're behind a screen, a lot of them can get really toxic. And then we're asking them questions and asking them to be a part of our video, and just asking for like some common sense niceness out of people, and 90% of them just don't want to give us any sort of time of the day, or they want to try to push us around and bully us. But realistically, it's like really hard. Like, you know, it's kind of hard to get the confidence to push into somebody else's conversation or somebody else's group, and actually try to get them to talk, or try to get them to interact with you. It's a lot.
It really is. It's hard. When I first did the people tell me their biggest regrets in VRChat, I started off with friends on my friends list that I haven't seen in a while, and some of the subscribers that I had, and I interviewed them and stuff, asking them what their biggest regrets are, and what, you know, what's their biggest regrets or mistake or something like that, you know, whatever they wanted to give. And they answered it first, and then once I got those from them, I went to the Room of Rain first, and nothing happened. No one was willing to kind of do it because they were all just kind of doing their own thing. And then I went to, I think it was No Time to Talk, because you get like 2 minutes to talk with different people and stuff like that. And so I would sit there and say, I'm a YouTuber. I'm doing a content thing for asking people in VRChat their biggest regrets. I was wondering if you'd be able to share yours. And they were like, a lot of them were pretty cool with it. And they said, okay, yeah, sure. And they sat down, they started telling me their regret and everything like that. And I recorded it and I posted it. And then I went to Black Cat, and the first Black Cat I went to, it was like everyone was chaotic. Everyone was like either in the mirrors, or there was like yelling and kids running around, people stacking up like the beer bottles and stuff. And so I seen this one person at the mirror over there by themselves, and I went to them and I, told them what I was doing and asked them if they had any, and they told me theirs. And I was like, okay, great. And I got that one, and then I was like, I think I'm done with this. I had about like 6 or 7 people that I talked to in that for that video, and then I sat there and I was like, for the next one that I do and stuff, and that I was like, I want to get at least a little bit more, so that way it can be a little bit longer and also pretty good. And especially because like the no regret one got over 1,200 views and stuff on it, and same with the one that we did last time got over 1,000 views. So I was like, okay, so like it seems like my subscribers are more into like, and even my horror ones are going up now. Like even the horror ones that we've done and stuff, they're all getting into the 500 range of views and stuff. So I was like, okay, so now I'm seeing what like my audience is interested in. So I thought I would start doing more content where I go to public worlds and ask people like, certain questions and stuff like that. Like, what's your like, this one where we're doing what's your weirdest dreams, but I thought it'd be cool to do like, one where we go around and just asking like different things and stuff to them and finding out more about people. And then I was thinking about eventually, because I know a lot of the subscribers have been asking for a video like this, but they've been asking for me to come forward about my mental health and what my past life was like, how I got my mental health, and how do I deal with it. And I feel like that's something very powerful, because there's this one YouTuber that I know that does VRChat content like this, but he does it all about mental awareness. And he'll find people that have mental health that are willing to talk about it and be open about it, and other stuff like that, like intersex and all that stuff. And he basically does like a whole on interview with them and stuff like that. And I thought, since my subscribers want to see about me, that once we hit 5,000 subscribers, I will make a video and I will set up my PC self and just record myself while I'm on Quest. And I will just talk about, what I had to grow up with, and also talk about how my mental health became diagnosed and how do I deal with it and what is it like to struggle with it, and just be completely open and forward with my like subscribers and stuff like that, that this is who I am and this is what I have to deal with and stuff, and how I cope with some of it. And I know that's because like a lot of my subscribers said that they have social anxiety issues, or they have like depression issues. And of course, like hearing that, I understand why they want to get my point of view on what it's like for me to be in VRChat with social anxiety and with depression and stuff. And I get it. Like a lot of people probably think someone with social anxiety and depression struggles a lot being in VRChat. And I do. Don't get me wrong, I hella do. But I manage it because of the fact of the people I surround myself with, I think, more or less. It's just because I have Iris with me. So like if Iris is usually with me, I'm pretty tamed and stuff, because if I start panicking, she knows how to sit there and make me like calm down and stop my panic attack from getting to a full blown out one. And so because she's aware of how to help me with it, I feel more comfortable going into like situations like this, because she's there and I know she can stop me from getting a little too out of control with my anxiety. But I think, yeah, once I do that video and stuff, I think that's going to get a lot of views, but it's also going to sit there and let other people know about me and stuff like that. And maybe it might help some other people actually want to reach out and get help, because I know when I start opening up about my suicide attempt in 2021, I know there's going to be people that sit there and feel that way, feel like they felt like they were there at some point, or they're actually there at this point right now. I'm hearing someone struggling with it and telling them how it felt to go through it and to not do it and stuff like that. It's not worth it. Like, just because you don't have people now that love you and accept you doesn't mean you can't find them. They're out there. Sometimes you have to be patient and wait for them.
What are your ratings 0 out of 10? We'll start with atmosphere.
So the world itself, like the whole atmosphere and that, I'd say it's definitely a 10 out of 10. It's a really nice world. It's got really nice music to go with it. It's a nice world just to chill and have fun. The people, I would say maybe like around a 7 out of 10, just because they're a little crazy. There's like, you don't know what to expect when you're joining a public black lobby of a black cat. Like, literally, when you just join the public lobby, you just get a whole bunch of randomness. You either have a bunch of kids yelling and screaming, or you got some people like literally either ERPing or talking about ERPing, and it's crazy at times. So like, I think my all around for like everything, I would have to say I would have to give it probably an 8 out of 10. Like, the world itself is great, but the people just make it a little too intense.
So your tone of did you have fun is an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I would say it's an 8 out of 10, just because like at some points, of course, someone with my social anxiety and stuff, it gets a little too much and stuff, and you're ending up a little overwhelmed and ending up wanting to switch worlds because it's too much.
All right. Iris.
That means I gotta sit up.
You didn't
Or at
have
least,
to. I
like,
turned my
somewhat
camera
sit up.
sideways completely. All right. Iris. What's your rating? Atmosphere, people, tone.
I mean, probably about the same thing. Atmosphere being 9 or a 10. People is just, I would say 6. It's really a mixed bag. It freaks me out sometimes. But other than that, it's been pretty fun. So probably 8-ish.
All right, 8 on the tone. And hi guys, it's me again. Atmosphere. You guys already know what I think about this place's atmosphere. It's absolutely beautiful. I love everything about it when it comes to it. Everything from being able to pick up items, to the dice that they have, to the stages that you can go on and hang out with your friends. The room itself is actually a really beautiful place. The people, I feel like they rated way too high for the people here. I'm giving it a 4. Like, this place is lucky it's not getting a 0 from me. I hate the people here. I've been dreading this video because of the people here. But I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 10. And did I have fun? Honestly, I feel like if I came back here by myself, it would have been a no. Honestly, I don't like coming here at all. But since I was with my friends, I'll give it a solid 7. I did have fun when I came here with my friends. So that's the rating you got for the day. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We will see you next time when you join us here on Bad Habits. X being with the MeteFox Squad.
Being a dick.
Oh no, not him. No, not him. Anybody but him.